Hello everybody, welcome back. This is episode number 23 of the Amber Army's Championship Manager 01 Retro Series with Aston Villa. And let's have a little quick recap for those of you who may just be joining us, or the fact that we didn't have an episode during the week. We'll have a little look at where we are in the league right now. So we played 13, we got 23 points, we're sitting in 5th place, which is pretty good. But there are teams around us with games in hand, or teams above us. So I'd say as long as we can find a way of stopping in that top 5, we'll be doing pretty well. So in the last episode, we saw us beat Crystal Palace in the League Cup. We won 2-0 at Leicester, and then we unfortunately lost 1-0 at home in a very tight match against Chelsea. This episode, we now have Man City away, which will be coming right up shortly. That'll be a Premier League game. Then we got 2 games back to back against West Brom. One in the League Cup where we're away in the 4th round, and then at home in the league. So I'd like to say 4 points in the league and into the quarter-final of the League Cup. That would definitely be a good episode for me. So without further ado, actually one thing, new signing. He came highly recommended by scouts. We picked him up for a cool £3.2 million, a bit of extra options, should we say, more of an option for the centre and midfield, which is the one position I think we're currently lacking in, is options in centre mid. So, guys, I'll see you at the first game. We're away to Man City. Okay, so here we are, away at Man City. There's the starting lineup. We got Bakuroglu's out, so Bakini will go on the right wing. Crouch and Tony retain their spots up front with Chutas on the bench, and Sabea is on the bench instead of Langley. I know Langley's a bit of a goal threat, but we've got to try the Sabea out, and because he's got a work permit, if you remember back then, they had to play in a certain percentage of games to retain their work permit, otherwise they couldn't get it renewed every year. So he does have to get game time for us to keep him, or for us to not lose him for a very small fee. Anyway, let's kick this game off. We need to bounce back from that loss against Chelsea. Obviously with Man City, back then they had Nicholas and Nelka playing for them up front. King Clancy was still there. Not a patch on the City of today, of course, but they still had a good team back then, so this won't be an easy game. Luca Toni looking to get in there early on. So we seem the brighter of the two teams so far, but you're not to speak too soon when it comes to this game. And there it is Tony opens the score for us, 1-0. Say we're the ones asking the questions of them early on. So we're about to cross the half-hour mark. They haven't even managed to get a shot at goal, so that's great. It's a great start, a perfect way to bounce back, but we have to maintain it throughout the game. We all know how things can turn in these games. Approaching half time. And we dealt with that well. They're starting to ask some questions of us now. I'd be happy to go in 1-0 at half time. There we go. Oh no, still more to come. And it's dealt with. There we go, half time, 1-0. So see, they came back into it towards the end of that half. See if we can come back out and regain the edge now at the beginning of the second half. Certainly like a second goal cushion. Ah, there's the equaliser. Oh no, it won't count. Love it when that works in your favour. Brilliant. But still, we do have to regain control in this game. Because they had the 1 goal disallowed. It may not take much for them to get that equaliser and actually have it count next time. Oh, there it is. There's the equaliser. Buggers. Crouch isn't having a great game, so I'm going to put Chutas on for him. And Elise is looking a little bit tired now, so Sabea is going to make his debut. So double serve, let's see if we can change the game around with these two. looking so good in the first half hour, but then now they 2 goals in 3 minutes. Gutted. Oh, it's another one. So that's 3 goals in 5 minutes. What the bloody hell's happening? Since we took the lead, that was it. We just fell off, and we haven't been able to get ourselves back in, and now they're absolutely battering us. Ishizaki for Lee Hendry. See if he can pose a different kind of threat. Well, there's one back. It's 3-2. It's going to get interesting now. So in the last 10 minutes now, can we find that equaliser? To my annoyance, and now it used to happen all the time, when you're desperate for a goal, the clock just ticks away without anything happening. It's not as if our players want to score an equaliser, is it? There we go. So we lose the game 3-2. As I said, we were all over them to start with, and it just completely flipped on its head. Gareth Barry, we gave him a chance at left back because Robinson was in poor form. He's played at 5 now, so we may lose that spot. I might have to give Robinson the start. Luca Toni's good to see him get a couple of goals and build on his great form this year, but obviously it's just not enough. Defence had a bad day, and it must have all come down by Gareth Barry's side, because Ali Benabia, the right winger, he got man of the match. So because Gareth Barry couldn't deal with him. Isaacson didn't have a great game in goal either. He's got much stiffer competition for that goalkeeping spot now, so it might be a time to give the Italian that we got on the cheap, because of his relegation release scores, it might be time to give him his debut. We'll see in the next game, guys. Okay then, guys, game number 2 of the episode is our League Cup game against West Brom, and the team that they've got there, you look at the stats on their players and they're actually really, really good. I think we had a look for someone who couldn't quite believe they did so well in the league, and that's why, because their players just got that good over the course of the season. They were a formidable team, but looking at what I've gone with now, Robinson's back in at left back, Bakiroglu's back from injury. Chutas plays up front. Crouch basically didn't hear from him all game. Bikini's on the bench. And a new South African is on international duty, so Langley reclaims his spot on the bench, and I put Vassal on the bench. There's some more to come from him, and I think he's got to get the opportunity to show he's worthy of it. So here we go. Yes, get in there. Cracking start of the game, but we need to maintain the performance throughout. It's a problem we had in the last match. We didn't maintain. We let it slip off. We let them back into the game, and we just never got it back. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't already notice, I've swapped the goalkeepers out as well. I think Isaacson needs to show that he is droppable. Defending well, that's what I like to see. Chutas dribbling well through the defence there. That's the kind of threat that he possesses, his ability to dribble through. So we're going to go in at half time with the early goal from Bakiroglu by the looks of it, but wait there. Ooh. So we went at half time. I think we were winning 1-0. We were, yes, because they scored the 3 goals in the 5 minutes, didn't they? Oh God. Oh no, it won't stand. Oh, we had one of them in the last game and it still didn't do us any good. So that's just a bit of a... needed to warm into the second half maybe. Ah, there it is. Dicchio, there's a blast from the past. How old is he on here now? Daniel Dicchio, he's not even that old actually. And he's not actually that good either. He still managed to score against us though. So the man in goals, he's having a decent game, isn't he, so far? I know he's let that one in, but Luca Toni's not having a great game. Let's try full on pace. And let's get Langley on. Sorry, let's make the triple sub. Who's playing the best out of Bakiroglu and Bergstrom? Well, Bakiroglu scored, so I'm going to put Bakini on the left. Let's go for the triple sub. Let's just go for it now. It's a cup game, we just want to win. Oh, go on, go on. Ah. Late pressure, that's what I like to see from our team. Festival's having a good game, isn't he? Certainly got the command of his area. I think the reason behind that is we didn't leave any big men up front. Oh, I thought Elise was going to do it then. See him just run through the centre and take the shot. Dobie's offside. We don't like extra time. I think that's the problem that we've left ourselves with, is that we've left ourselves with no big man up front, and the crosses are coming in and the keeper's just coming and plucking them because there's no one to beat in the air for them. But these are the kind of mistakes you've got to learn from, but it may not be a mistake if we somehow manage to come out of this with a win. Yes, there it is. Maybe not a mistake. Maybe it's made their defence into a way of thinking where they're expecting the ball into the box in the air and being able to deal with it, and not expecting the shots from the wingers. Elise is getting in there with the header, so maybe we do have something of an aerial threat as well. Oh, you haven't given a penalty. Oh my god. So this could be coming down to penalties then. Local derby in the cup for the quarter-final of the League Cup. Gonna be penalties? Yes, there's penalties. Alright, I'm not touching this now. I think it automatically sets up with your best penalty takers to take in order. Bakiroglu slots it home. Here we go. Yes, he's blazed it over. Advantage us. Chutos pushes away. Miss, Clement, miss. Ah, you twat. Langley sticks it home. Keep the pressure on them. Ah, he scored. Malbug sticks it away. If they miss this, it's game over. Yes! Quarter final, here we come. I gotta be fair, away to West Brom, considering the season they had last year. Taking the penalties and winning that way, still a good result in my eyes. Let's see if we can get 3 points against them now in the league at home. I think I'm going to start with the same team. I'll see you there. Cup draw, we're going to be playing at home against Leicester, so I think we've got a real shot here at getting into the semi-final. Okay then guys, final game of the episode. We're home to West Brom this time in the Premier League, and as I promised, I'm starting with the same team. Here we go. Oh, what a great start, eh? Bollocks. It won't count. 3 games in a row with a disallowed goal going our way. I don't think that's ever happened to me on any of these games before. That's great. Oh, I thought he was going to score then. Usually that means he's going to put it in. It's an end-to-end game, isn't it? Oof. Half time, I want to check something. That is Colin Cameron. Hold on. There's no way Wolves let West Brom buy one of their players. Would never happen in real life. No way. Oh, no. Ah, yes. Oh, God. That was in the mouth, because usually when the keeper brings them down, they tend to send them off as well. Right. So we're still 0-0 as we approach half hour. We haven't asked much of them, to be honest. Chudos is injured and he's playing a good game as well. That's freaking typical, that is. It's half time. Well, with so little chances, it's been pretty end to end, haven't it? I really want the 3 points in this game though. Oh, look at Tony, I thought he was going to get his goal there. Bakiroglu, double goal score from the last game. Looking to get in on it in this one as well. A bit sloppy at the moment. Giving possession away a little bit too easily. Oh, off the bar. Some good defending from both teams in this one, you can see. Lee Hendry's having a bad game. Langley's going to come on for him. And Bakiroglu could do it coming off for Bakini. There we go. Last 20 minutes. Chance for them 2 players to make a hero for themselves. Well, any of them can. But to come off the bench, you usually get a little bit more credit for it. So that's a penalty appeal. They feel hard done by with the referee at the moment. They've had a goal disallowed and 2 penalty appeals turned down, but I'm not bothered about that. They're defending against it pretty well at the moment, but I still fancy us to nick this now in the last 10 minutes. So we don't jinx it and allow them to do it. Keeper's had a good game for us, fair play. I think he may retain that #1 spot for the foreseeable future. Don't think we've had many late winners. Let's see if we can get one now. Oh, I thought they were going to do it then. Shit. Okay. Is that going to be it? Yeah, 0-0. So a boring game in theory, but a pretty end-to-end, really. Looking at this now, it's all really, really tight here. Liverpool, as we say, practically running away with it at the moment. 7 points adrift from second place. But from 12th up to second, there's a 6 point difference. So I think, obviously, we're going to have a quick look at what we got to look forward to in the next episode. So it's the League Cup quarter final. We got a Millwall away and Newcastle away. So 2 tough Premier League games to look forward to there. So if Newcastle and Millwall are right in amongst it with us, Millwall are in third, and we're away to both of them. If we can take points from the two of them, that will be something of a mark of intent, I think. So if we took 1 point when I wanted 4, you could say a point away at both of them would be good. I'm going to be greedy and say I want to beat them both, because we need it. If we beat them, we'd be on 30 points, I reckon we'd be in 4th at that point. Obviously we'll leapfrog Millwall. Man United will probably get the same as us, and Newcastle, we need to put a bit of distance between ourselves and them. Anyway, that's that for this episode, guys. Thanks all for watching again. I hope you're enjoying the series still. Going to keep this one going. Not like the experiments with Football Manager. This one is just a full 8 series which can go on for as long as we want it to. So we're going to keep this rolling for as long as, well, at least until I get sacked. If I ever get sacked, that's game over, and that's the end of the series then, basically, guys. So until that time, we're going to keep this one running, and hopefully we'll keep taking Aston Villa forward. So thanks again for keeping this alive by watching it and commenting on it, and until the next time, cheerio for now.